Got that, Dave? Views like this and jumps that big only mean one thing: Red Bull Rampage. And this is Red Bull Rampage 2023, where there's new builders, new riders, new lines going into this insane landscape. And I'm going to walk around now, check out some of the lines and show you, well, things like this. One of the biggest jumps I've ever seen. No way. Whoa, coming off there. I love this event. It's the pinnacle of freeride. This is where riders go bigger, take more risks and commit more of themselves throughout the 10 days building than any event in the entire calendar year. So this is going to be an epic video where I get to see behind the scenes and get an insight into what we're going to see in the Red Bull Rampage finals. Let's go and check it out. This is the drop that leads into that massive canyon booter. So you've got to take off here onto a down lily pad to another landing, so it's a double drop. Last year Szymon Godziak 360'd onto that pad and then dropped off. This year the Envase guys are building a setback step down lip to the same landing. And then we've got Clements Cordella, his first time at Rampage, who said, all right, I want to take off on the same drop landing, but I'm going to miss the lily pad and I'm going to drop all the way to the second landing, which hasn't been measured, but looking from here it's like unfathomably big. And even off the lily pad you have to brake for that jump, so I have no idea how he's going to deal with the speed. It's going to be like a runaway train headed for a huge trickable jump. And that is a big jump. This is really blind. The step down one feels the gnarliest of all. Look, because you can't even see the landing now. It's actually like so over the top. So he's going to be kind of a few feet out.
Inside, right? We widen the landing a little bit. We're going to aim him a bit inside, and it's still like 11 out of 10 gnarly.
Oh yeah, I guess he's going to backflip it too.
We need to destroy more rocks.
I like how he said we're going to aim him, because actually it's these guys' job to determine where he lands, right? And on this, the margin for error is actually non-existent. Now this is something everyone has been talking about, okay? G Atherton is back at Red Bull Rampage after 10 years away. Now this drop, really hard for me to film because it makes my legs go to jelly when I'm not looking where I am, but the landing for this, okay, is all the way down there, past all of these rocks. You can hardly make it out, it's so narrow, and this is the takeoff, this downhill, rounded takeoff, so it's an absolute plumb drop, okay? There's hardly any outward distance.
Keep you on my toes.
I hope this tape's big enough. Let's see what G's created. A few riders are saying this may be the biggest drop ever. Good old G. He's not been here in 10 years. He had to do it, didn't he? He had to build the biggest drop ever. Are you still on top of the landing? It's so horrendous. Why, G? I don't know about this one. Anyway, let's see how big it is. You ready, Dave? .8, so it's 20 meters. 20 meter drop. I've never seen a 20 meter drop. That's horrendous. This is ridiculous. This is proving to be a really iconic piece of Rampage this year. This is Brendog's Canyon Gap yet again, which is down there, 60 foot long. But the setup for this one is far from complete and far from good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite a crazy run-in.
What are you doing?
We sort of started with this cliff. It was out that far, and we were roped in on day one, and we've just been chipping away since. The main problem lies in this like white layer of granite, which is about 3 foot wide or something. But it's unbelievably hard, dude.
So you've chipped all that out on your own?
No, we've been taking it in turns.
Okay.
But I'm trying to save Brent's hands because he's actually got to pull up off that thing.
But if you drop in from there now, I don't think there's enough speed.
No way. This is the run-in for Brendog's Canyon Gap, okay? It's like unrideable right now. All of that rock, I'd say, has to go, vanish, which probably means opening up this channel. So they've got so much proper physical work to do here.
I mean, hence the sledgehammer and the pickaxe, two of my least favourite tools. And then he's built a skimmer jump over someone else's course there. This whole thing looks like it has to fit together as one hit. You won't be able to stop there. You will not be able to stop there, presumably. So the first time Bren drops in here, he's going all the way to the other side of that canyon. Talk me through your maths, Brendan.
The maths are dropping higher than the height that you jump across, i.e. say your gap is
20 metres.
2 metres long.
Yeah.
If you drop from 4 metres high, no, if you drop from a 2 metre height, you should be able to get over it.
The 2 metre rolling clears a 2 metre gap.
Yeah.
So is your rolling 20 metres high?
20 metres to here,
Okay.
the top of this here, and we think that the gap is 18 metres. So that gives me
A tiny bit of
10%
braking.
10%
Margin for error.
margin for error, yeah. So that you know, like, that's just in case like I catch my bar on the side.
Yeah.
Or like I sink in a little bit.
Thing
like
is with a canyon,
or like
being
like
2% short is the same as 100% short.
Yeah.
That doesn't stay in, it doesn't do anything, does it? Got that, Dave? The canyon gap is 18 metres 80. It's 60 foot. It's 60 foot across a canyon. I've never seen this site, so I'm seeing it all for the first time.
This was the one that I, with a little bit of wood on, was 2013 Icon Center.
No way!
But it was like,
It's way gnarlier in real life.
it was like a pretty much a bike length wood. So now we need a little bit extra speed, so we have a different run into it.
Are you comfortable flipping it again?
Yeah, hopefully more than that. Hopefully flip combo.
Yeah? Good lad.
Yeah.
I think people would pay good money to see Cam Zink's feet. You know, these days. You could profit heavily from that.
I'm sure there's some people out there. Hell yeah, suck toes. They said it was 78 when I flipped it, but it's like, I think it's like 65.
But you went
tip
78.
to tip. So I don't know. I think I did the Pythagorean theorem on it. It's like a 45-foot vertical drop, 50-foot gap or something like that. But
You
like
found the hypotenuse.
60,
Good lad.
Yeah, I think the hypotenuse is 6'5", probably, maybe a little more.
You're not just a good looking pair of feet, are you?
It's the one that you and I filmed on forever ago. Right up.
Gee, this is ridiculously blind.
What do you think?
I can't even see the landing.
Yeah, but it lines up perfectly.
Oh, there it
You've
is.
got to trust that it'll be there.
But then your that next compression looks huge.
Yeah, I think it'll be hectic.
This is quite a big run up to the biggest drop here. Is it confirmed? Have you built the biggest drop at Rampage?
Hope not.
This is part of G's ridge line, and it looks like he might be jumping from here to the other side of that knuckle. Look at this drop, and look at the length of the landing, and look at the size of the cliffs. Cool. This is completely bonkers and disturbing. Up there we've got the start line, okay? Now, Szymon Godziek spotted this rock formation that everyone in the previous years has just ridden around underneath. They've modified the whole thing to jump on top of it. So you have to ride along this ridge line, okay? They've winded it slightly and jump from here to there onto a rock formation that was useless, but they've made usable, and it has the most exposure of any feature here, I'd say. Cliff that side to another cliff, but that cliff's it's not even a cliff. You will be in free fall for seconds. So this is the sickest idea to make the Rampage course more gnarly, and it also makes it higher, so they then get to drop again. Word on the street is that Clements Cordella, G Atherton and Brendan Fairclough have all teamed together now to make this possible, because it's like such an asset to have on your run, you know? It's such an important feature to use, and the judges are going to score it so high because look, it's just dangerous, and that's all you have to describe it as. From here, with all of that cliff, you know, it's such a horrible place to be. Even building it would have been gnarly. Stood there making that wider, stacking rocks. It's been completely modified. And you ride all the way to the end and off again. So sick.
Got it.
You need to like whip it out quicker. Right. Have it holstered.
I just shot my foot again.
We're doing it again. You shot yourself with the foot last time, did you? You did just say you shot yourself.
Again, yeah.
Tell you what.
Brendan, this edge is horrendous. It's actually more gnarly jumping it from here than from up there. Way gnarly, you know what I mean? The gap, the drop's like 5 times less high, but the consequence is 12 times bigger.
Yeah, and this landing was up to here.
This is Brendan's like lower section. There's the canyon gap up there, which you've already looked at. I guess no one's ever ridden through here, have they?
No.
But then this edge is awful. It's all part of the same canyon that Bren's jumping up there. And he's kind of jumping it again. You are, aren't you? You're going there and back across your canyon.
Yeah. Lily pad, dude.
Nice shot, mate.
Like that.
Go on, get this one, bullseye.
Headshot that.
Really nice.
Not my first.
You could make this step down as big as you want. You know what I mean? It could be 10 foot or it could be 40 foot.
Yeah, I'm just really not used to doing flip step downs. In fact, I've probably done 3 in my life.
Oh, you do want to flip this one?
Yeah.
Oh, good lad. Quite wild.
So I might get rid of this bush. You
love a bush. Well, you've seen what goes into the lines here at Rampage and what the new guys on the scene are building this year. And you can watch the whole thing live on Friday the 13th on Red Bull TV. Don't miss out. It's going to be a massive show.
Wow, Friday the 13th.
Yeah, that's when you've got to do your stuff.
The hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's the day they chose.
Nice, see you then.
Good luck, boys. Legends. Ollie, is that how you clean your toilet after a big one? Is that what you're like with the bog brush?